Last time on Survivor, Jonny dug deep for an immunity win over Ethan.
And Jonny wins immunity, knocking out Ethan.
That was close, guys. GG.
Back at camp, lines were starting to be drawn. But with Bobby being away, he had some information to find out.
One of those, that trio had an idol, we're pretty sure.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, me? You're talking about me, right?
The tight three alliance of Hunter, Bobby, and Kirby got targeted for having an idol, while Hunter found a mysterious idol part. At Tribal, switching the vote to avoid idols led to Kirby's demise.
Dang.
Jesus.
Wow. I'll be honest, I was not expecting that, dudes.
Find out what happens this time on Survivor!
I'm feeling pretty good. The last vote went off without a hitch. We switched it to Kirby after being Hunter, and it seemed like everybody fell in line. I don't trust a lot of the people that voted with me, but there's a few that I do. I've been close with JP, I've been close with Joseph, I've been close with Drew, I've been good with Jonny, so I'm hoping that, I don't know.
Like, I feel like we can have a pretty solid 6. Like, I think I can trust, like, you and pretty much everyone else from Orange, and then, like, I think that Tim and Liz, like, are also trustworthy people to us.
It seems like JP's closer with Liz and Tim, which I'm not a huge fan of.
Her and Tim are not my strongest allies in this game, which is a little ironic, quite the situation I found myself in. But I think I'm good. I think that Jonny and Joseph and will trust me. And
Yeah,
So,
I think so
that's
too.
just my general idea. I don't want to like throw out and say gotta vote Tim, but
Yeah, it would be a lot easier because that would break up that duo. Then
Yes.
then JP's closer with us, closer with you. Sorry, Liz is closer with us, closer with you, closer with Drew.
Yes. I did put a little bit of trust enough into him to say, hey, let's go maybe like Tim or something like that, who's likable by everybody and definitely a serious threat in this game. But the thrill of even getting votes starts to get me hyped up in this game. Throwing it out
We
there.
have to put the seeds in the air, seeds in the ground, start planting them, see if we get traction.
Like this, like I don't tell her, but like Liz is playing a way better game than most people are assuming right now.
oh yeah, like
She's in with everyone.
yeah, she is like the center of everything.
Every single vote, ding, 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 over and over and over again. Everything I suggest just keeps happening. And I don't know why, nor why I have this much power as one single tiny human being, but I have voted in the majority and that's impressive.
Who voted for Changa then?
I have no idea. Changa voted for Changa.
Some
There you
mystery that I can solve at the moment.
Might have been Drew.
I think right now I'm cementing myself a good position. I feel like I need to talk to more people. I just talked to Hunter and Jonny, and they said they want to keep me safe, which is always a good thing.
I think Liz didn't stick to the plan.
No, I didn't feel like she was gonna stick. She didn't seem very trustworthy.
Damn, they f***ing got Kirby. They got me and they got Hunter. There were only 3 votes for Joseph. There was a vote for Changa, and the rest were on Kirby. But I can't dwell on the fact that I lost Kirby. Me and Hunter, we're gonna get up from this, we're gonna stand tall, we're gonna strike with a vengeance. And when we do so, this game will get completely flipped on its head. I know what I want to do. I just gotta make sure other people feel the same.
Then who still voted for Changa? Someone must have thrown
I
away.
don't know who voted for Changa.
So, oops! Might have voted for Changa on purpose. That created a whole lot of chaos, because now Hunter thinks I'm still with him, Bobby thinks I'm still with him, and they have no idea who voted him, but they just know there's 3 people who voted for Joseph, and they think that's me, Bobby, and Hunter.
Jeez, seeing my name pop up was scary, though. I know that my name was thrown up there because people think I'm playing both sides. People believe that Bobby and Hunter both have an idol, or one of them has an idol. I personally think both of them have an idol.
I know Timmy said at the beginning of the game he had an idol, and he hasn't played that. I'm starting to worry that he is going to play like an under-the-radar in-control game. I'm also worried people are going to start seeing me as a threat.
I still have my idol, haven't played it. I'm still yet to start getting that groove in challenges, which I'm always kicking in the later game. And no one's really like thinking I'm suspicious, so... Thing is, I have to be completely honest, I voted for Changa as a throwaway. because
That
I
was
still have
yeah.
that certain sense of trust with Hunter, so I still know what they're doing, but they were completely blindsided.
Mm-hmm.
This point, you know, I got balls bigger than Cuba now. Like it's I'm unstoppable.
Alright everyone, welcome to your next individual immunity challenge. Johnny, you're gonna have to give it back up. Individual immunity is back up for grabs, and I will explain your next challenge. In this challenge, you will have 2 rails that will be used to lead a minecart through an obstacle course. If at any point the cart falls off the course, you must start back at the beginning of your most recent checkpoint. First person to complete the course and light up their redstone lamp wins immunity.
So, survivors ready. Go.
How to drop, buddy?
Drew, already in a bit of a pickle. JP's going fairly fast. Tim's going really fast.
Keep accidentally getting in the minecart.
Go. No!
Tim almost gets his to the top. Bobby and Tim are pretty neck and neck, but Tim has a tiny bit of a lead.
What do we here, boys? Oh, I see.
Everyone fairly even besides Tim having a lead and Bobby being a little in front of that. Ethan now catching up with the other 2. Everyone else struggling. Everyone almost has it at the top. Liz kind of struggling pretty hard. Bobby now currently in first, but not by a large margin. Ethan not far behind that, and Tim not far behind that after his drop.
Not gonna lie, this challenge just isn't it. Oh no.
JP not enjoying this challenge at the very bottom with Drew and Liz. Johnny's now in the second segment. Bobby almost on the last segment. Tim doing pretty good at catching up though.
Tim is more of a catcher.
And Bobby gets to the 3rd section.
Yeah, you are.
How?
This has been a race.
Again!
Bobby and Tim.
How does this keep happening?
Bobby with the lead, but Tim right behind. Everyone else pretty far behind. Ethan and Johnny not too far behind, but everyone else just struggling at the beginning.
No!
Drew, the drop. JP's back at the beginning. Tim with a little bit of a lead on Bobby.
Wait, this is the second one?
JP standing at the beginning, not moving.
Come on.
Everyone just struggling with the challenge. Johnny and Ethan are the only 2 that might seem like they even have a chance at getting close. Bobby drops again. Oh, Bobby on the edge, doesn't quite fall.
Can we readjust?
No! And Tim falls right before getting to the top. Johnny now caught up with the rest, and so does Ethan.
How am I
Sound
not?
takes so long, I was able
Here,
to...
JP, you give me your tracks, and I can do this a lot easier.
Tim trying to make up ground. He has had the most experience, and Bobby drops. Johnny's now in first place. Johnny could be the first person to win 2 immunity challenges.
Oh, I hate this, Carl.
I hate this whole challenge. Come back! Come back!
Johnny got past a really hard part.
No.
Tim desperately trying to catch up to Johnny.
I hate this. I quit. I had high hopes for the challenge. But it just ends up.
Yeah, I thought I would have like
right before getting to the top.
Done.
And Johnny wins immunity. Johnny, for the second time in a row, and the first person to break the streak of different people winning immunities, you have won your second individual immunity challenge. For the rest of you, one of you will be voted out tonight. Y'all head back to camp.
I feel like I'm going to be a target, but just as like the last vote, I'm pretty sure it's Bobby who has an idol, and if I can get him out this time, then even if he does play it, I'm going to be safe from whoever he votes.
So how y'all feel?
I'm weird because every single time I felt like it's gonna be the one time people are gonna start throwing my name out, but every single time that's not the case. So I don't know what to think at this point.
Like, Bobby's probably the biggest challenge threat outside of like us and.
Yeah, I mean, I'm worried I'm going to start being labelled as a challenge threat because I just got lucky on 2 challenges. It wasn't it Bobby or Hunter who had an idol, and I feel like Hunter would have played it on himself at last tribal.
Is there anybody you think is too close to each other at this point?
I know Lizzie and Timmy seem close.
Do we want to do something about that then?
I think it's smart that we take out Timmy. Like
I would also agree. I just hate saying names in front of other people.
Yeah, I don't really trust those guys that much, but I'm pretty sure Timmy has an idol, so he can't see it coming. This is the moment that everyone's been waiting for. Is about to go down. It's the battle between the Titan. Timmy versus me, or probably go for me. And if I get enough numbers on Tim and he plays his idol, I'm definitely playing mine.
In my eyes, I'd prefer one of the Bobby or Hunter to go, but
Yeah.
the whole scare thing makes it much more difficult, and organizing a split vote becomes even harder.
We were thinking Bobby, if you're cool with that, just because
I'm cool with
he's
that, yeah.
by far the biggest threat outside of like our like alliance, and we have us 4 plus Tim and Johnny voting for him. That's cut and dry 6 right there.
Yeah, I'm for sure in. I've been playing a really good middle game, I'm hoping. At least at this point, I've been in on every vote. I've known who's been going home, who is going to go home every time so far, at least. I feel like I have my pulse on a lot of things that are happening. I'm just hoping that the social game that I've made and the bonds I've made with people can push me through this round.
So far, I've heard Hunter.
Okay. Scratch that. I've heard Bobby. I hate to break it to you. What I'm thinking happening is Timmy's going to be getting votes, but not 100% sure on that. My goal is to get out Bobby while trying to get Hunter to get to think the Hunter's getting the votes. Because, I mean, who doesn't think Hunter's getting votes? It's Hunter.
Yes.
Is the plan still Bobby or what's up now?
We need to vote out Bobby.
Well, what did he say to you in that one-on-one call?
He's rallying up votes against you.
Against me?
I want to go to the end with Tim. Tim has honestly not been doing that much. Like, balls to the wall, like daddy of immunity, but now he's just like a softie. And
So if one idol gets played, it's going to be all the idols get played, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to come down to who thinks they actually have the...
Right.
But you know what scares me? What if they both have an idol? Because no idols have been played, and there were 3 camps to start with. Bobby and his group keeps on dwindling, and they're not going to survive that much. And then Timmy. And Tim, he is a master persuader. He's like really good at persuading people to vote his way.
But we were saying, like, us 5 plus Johnny, Bobby, cut and dry, it's that easy. Like, I don't see any reason this should be, like, complicated.
They're the large majority forming on Timmy. I know Timmy has an idol, but I also trust Timmy to work with me if people are going against him.
Okay, I feel like there's a good consensus on this right now. The only problem is if he has an idol, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm terrified.
I feel like if they're getting suspicious about it, we've been telling them that Timmy has thrown out Hunter saying we're actually voting Bob. So I really feel like this plan will work, and I'm really hoping it does, and that no funky business comes out and there's an idle play.
Because no matter what, no combination, people will have the votes to split. There's no way to split votes in this tribal, I don't think.
Yeah.
At least reliably.
I have something in my, where would I hide it? Like, under my eye patch, which I can play. Will it come out tonight? I don't know. I don't feel safe. I'm not ready to go yet. My story's not over. I still have a lot of gas left in the tank at this point. I'm just not finished with this yet.
Yeah, I heard that people were scared of Bobby or Hunter having an idol. That's the two I've heard that people think that they have an idol, so... While I've been talking to people, there always seems to be a lot of idol paranoia out there with certain individuals, like Tim, and a few others, but I don't think I've ever heard my name come up in that conversation, which I think is going to help me in the long run.
They don't know which person to play it on, and it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
I'm voting.
We can't split the vote, unfortunately. Like, I wish we could. There are so many plans being thrown around right now, and the closer we get to Tribal Council, the more nervous I'm becoming, because I really don't want to have to use my idol if I don't have to. And I think that we can run the table a little bit, or at least, I don't know, at least this vote, hopefully.
Are you good with Timmy, or...?
I mean, he's probably one of the people I've talked to the least, that's all I'll say. Like, okay. He's not been putting a huge effort to reach out to me.
As well. And I think Hunter just had enough snapping. I want to try to talk to Timmy, at least.
Yeah, you should get in there. Just see what you can work up.
Well, people have been saying my name, so I think that's like...
Who's been saying your name?
I don't know, Jonny just came up to you and said people like in big... Ethan said my name?
Ethan?
Yeah.
I was literally told that you've been saying Hunter. Oh, here comes Hunter
I've not
now.
even said Hunter once. I swear.
Okay.
I've been with you guys since day one. There's no point for me to go after Hunter now. I voted with you guys last time. I ain't finished playing yet. Just remember that.
I just talked to him and he said that you're the person he hasn't talked to, like, at all.
That's not true. We've talked.
Okay, well, that's what he just told me.
He's playing a way dirtier game than I think most people realize at the moment.
No, it's all a numbers game at this point, and it's time to take him down.
Welcome, Final 10, to your next Tribal Council. I will now introduce the members of the jury. Andrew, Robster, and Kirby voted out of last Tribal Council. Jonny, you broke the streak of no one being able to win a multiple individual immunities with your second in a row. How does it feel?
Well, it's kind of worrying because it might have put a target on my back. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of lucky because I was doing pretty badly and then some other people messed up and then suddenly I just got lucky.
JP, do you feel like a solid social, strategic, or physical threat has been marked yet?
I think that different people have different standards for what could be a solid social threat. So you ask different people and some might tell you yes and some might tell you no.
Ethan, everyone has different standards on what is a target in those situations. What would you consider a target?
What I consider a target is whoever can convince that jury over there that they deserve to win. And right now, the game is way too early. Not many people even have a resume. So I feel like to start throwing out, oh, this person's threat, this person's threat, they're all kind of a little hollow until we get a little deeper into the game, I feel.
Tim, if a lot of reasoning is hollow, then is it kind of just about throwing out a name and hoping it sticks?
No, definitely not. There's certain, I wouldn't say prejudged notions, but there's certain ideas planted into everyone's minds that has started to fester, and every name said, immediately a bunch of people start thinking like, oh, but there's also that attached to it, that attached to it, that attached to it. People make other people way bigger threats than they are.
Joseph, Tim says that no one knows what's going on at camp. Do you feel like you know what's going on at camp?
You know, blindsides happen, and apparently last one was one of them, and so it could easily be any one of us.
Liz, how about you? Do you feel like there are people that are more approachable, or does that make them even more of a target?
I feel like people want to stick to themselves, and the people that they know will entertain their ideas, I guess, in that retrospect.
True. At this point, do you have to keep living vote by vote and trying just to survive, or are you looking at the long term, like Ethan was saying? Do you look at the people who are the biggest threat to get the votes from the people in the jury?
You have to do both simultaneously. You can't just look at the future and not think of your present.
So, Bobby, a lot of people have a lot of different requirements on what it means to be a threat and what's viable to get voted out. Should anyone truly feel safe here tonight besides the obvious Jonny?
To keep it simple, no.
Well, with that, it is time to vote. Liz, you are first up.
I'm feeling some type of way because people want to vote him out. So you know what?
I am voting out Tim. I can't trust him anymore.
I'm voting you. I don't want you to go. I told you to play your idol. If you don't, that'd be very dumb of you.
I hate God.
Because I think you're gonna play this idol, and I think I'm gonna look like a dumbass to you, and you're gonna just rub it in my face.
Sorry, dude, but I know I'm closer with a lot more people in this game than I am with you.
Go home, forget you, and bye.
But you are too strong, and it's scaring me.
I have collected the votes. Person with the most votes will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately.
Would like that.
If you have a hidden immunity out and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Okay, you guys give it away.
What?
Tim, this is the Loon immunity idol. All votes for Tim will not count.
Where did you get that?
Would anyone else like to use it?
Hold on. For me.
This is the Kisa immunity idol. All votes for Bobby will not count. First vote, Tim, does not count. Second vote, Tim, does not count.
What?
Third vote, Tim, does not count. Fourth vote, Tim, does not count.
What?
Fifth vote, Bobby, does not count.
Wow.
Bobby does not count.
Jesus Christ.
Bobby does not count. Eighth vote, Bobby does not count.
Oh my god.
Ninth vote, Bobby does not
Oh
count.
my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
There is one vote left.
Oh my god.
If this vote is not Tim or Bobby, that person goes home.
Fuck.
If it is, we are revoting. Last vote. 6th person voted out of Minecraft Survivor, and the 4th member of the jury. Ethan, please be
Wow.
Oh my god.
Well, who wants my idol?
Oh my god.
I'll take it.
What?
Well, Ethan, you went home with what's potentially an idol in your pocket from an absolutely insane 5 to 4 to 1 vote. You only received 1 vote tonight. Unfortunately, for today and for this season, the tribe has spoken.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you for playing.
Good game, everyone. You did well.
Good game.
GG, Ethan.
See you later.
Oh my god.
Well, one of you just saved a random revote from occurring. Had me speechless, so y'all can head back to camp.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it sucks it came to an end like that. I had my idol, and I was really debating about playing it, but I really thought that the connections I made, I thought that, I don't know. I'm just kind of lost right now. I'm a little sad, but I think whoever voted for me, good on them, because they made the right play. I had a fun time, and thank you so much for having me, and I don't know, we'll see what happens next time.